awesome.
Yeah, because that'll really help you on your next date when they get
Right,
older.
right.
You know?
And that was for the broken heart. And that was for the time.
Yeah, exactly. So knives, if you're looking for the perfect way to express yourself.
I like it.
Very
That is
good.
cool looking,
Thanks,
though.
guys.
Thanks, Kim.
Yeah, well, we
Thanks,
were
Sean.
talking about the hottest people because Beyonce was just named for People Magazine's Most Beautiful Woman today.
I think that's totally justified. I think she's absolutely gorgeous and stunning and classy and the entire package.
Who voted
And
on this?
Cassandra,
She's all right.
you said she was a dog.
You
So
said
you
she was
told
a
me
dog?
earlier.
I said Beyonce is.
You didn't say dog. I forget exactly what you
I'm not
said.
mad at Beyonce, but she's not.
You said she was plain. That's what you said. This is,
You know what I said? I strip her of her hair and her makeup, drop her in the hood, and she'd be like any other sister. There are a lot of.
Okay, well, I would.
exactly what you
And she
said.
wouldn't have to change the way she talks.
That's because all the sisters are beautiful.
Right.
Oh, Rob. So sweet.
And that is why we're talking about Rob, too, because WKLH
Oh, yeah.
is talking about the 10 hottest guys on local TV. And I want you to know that this morning I heard they were playing clips from listeners that were calling in, and
good,
this one
okay.
lady's like, Rob Haswell!
All right.
Yeah.
You get my vote.
Wow, that's a list I've never made in my entire life. Any kind of hot, good-looking list or anything like that. No, I've been
There's
on a
a
lot of
first for
crazy
everything.
lists, you know, goofiest, maybe funniest, but never on a
Well, see, for
good-looking
women,
list.
though, that sells because what they're finding compared to last week when it was the hottest women is that the women are calling in and saying, oh, they got an adorable personality, you know, that's what's really doing it for them. You know?
Yeah, we talked about that yesterday. I think personality is huge for
It
both
is
genders.
huge, yeah.
I mean,
It
you're
is.
going to have that right through into the nursing home, right?
Hot doesn't last.
You hope.
Hot doesn't last, I'm telling you. If that's all you're counting on,
Beyonce's
it fades
lasting.
even faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beyonce's
mad at
hotness
Beyonce.
is going to last.
You know what? Bless her.
It's going to be a cat fight about Beyonce. Is that good TV or what?
She's all right. I'm glad for her. I'm glad for her.
You don't have to defend Beyonce. She's got plenty of money. It's
Yeah.
all good.
And she's the most
not
beautiful
need-
person in the world,
So they
apparently.
say, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I voted for Tony earlier today. No offense, Rob, but he
That's all
was
right.
known as the sexiest one on our show.
He was, yes, originally. We had to vote.
Originally, when we started the show, you are the sexy one.
And he's got the hat.
That's true. Was I even on the list for the contest?
I know that they mentioned you on the radio. I did hear them
There you
talking
go.
about that.
Okay, because for me, I know I'm not the hottest person on TV. I get that, but I think my personality, you just want to get in there and nuzzle with it.
Yeah. Nuzzle. You're the most nuzzleable.
I'm Tony Clark, and I approve this ad.
What are you most
Miles doesn't want to. Miles doesn't want to
Miles
nuzzle with
backs
me. All right,
away.
whatever. Whatever. So today, you guys, we're outside. It's a little wet, but this is actually kind of cool because you can see nature in a different way. It is Earth Week, as many of you know, and the Retzer Nature Center here in Waukesha has very special activities coming up this weekend for the whole family. And one of the coolest things about what people say to us is that I am so glad you guys show us these things that are going on because we would not have even known about them. So that's why we do these things so you guys can do stuff over the weekend. It's a beautiful setting out here. We're looking for wildlife. I hear weird birds in the background. So I'm hoping there's a bird feeder. Oh, look it, there's a cardinal. There's a cardinal. Look it. He's eating. Oh,
There he
there he
is.
goes. Oh,
And there he goes.
And there you
Poor Miles, he's trying to find him.
she
Like,
go?
so we're going to show all the activities coming up this weekend in a little bit, and we're going to try to stay dry. At least there's no lightning. It's actually really nice out here. I like it.
Good.
Awesome.
Right, because if there's
Nature.
lightning, you can't go live. We'll pull
Right.
you.
That is true.
Run away. Should be all right.
Yes.
Be
Yeah, the
shocking.
big metal pole, never good. to have out there.
No.
No.
Thanks, Tony.
Yeah, and thank you for yesterday taking
Oh,
us to
you are
Bikram. Is it
welcome.
Bikram? It's
Bikram.
yoga, right? Which is 105.
105 degrees, 26 poses, 90 minutes of
90
pure
minutes.
sweat and stretching and
Wow. Yeah, when you guys said you were going to do that yesterday, I thought you were kidding. 105?
It was awesome.
It's
It's
in
awesome.
the room, but it's really good for your muscles because then they're heated up and you feel like you can really stretch
You
out.
don't know if you're hurting yourself?
No,
Well, I was
until
a
the
little
next morning.
concerned.
And then you're like, oh,
Yeah.
what I do?
I wanted to make sure that that wasn't the case.
Well, I was
really
scared. I
tuned in.
chickened out. I was really, and I don't scare easily, but
And
I
to
was.
tell you the truth, when I first walked into the room, I thought it's good that you didn't come.
Yeah.
I didn't tell you that earlier, but I was thinking that
You were
yesterday.
saving it for TV. Why
I was
didn't you
saving
tell
it
me
for.
that?
No,
Well,
I
you
just-
sweat under these lights.
I know. I was just thinking the same thing. I'm like, ooh, I don't know if it's still from yesterday,
was-
but I am hot today.
I was a little concerned about, but it was good.
It was good. I really enjoyed it. It was very relaxing. We thought it was an hour, and then when we got there, and there was like, Amanda's like, it's 90 minutes. I'm like, huh? Right. Well, what? You know.
And they made it the entire time. You and
did the
Sarah
whole
never
thing?
left.
Because a lot of times
Yeah,
I'll
they
play the
say-
TV card there. Well, we got to get back to editing, so I'll be just do 20
Well,
minutes.
I'll tell you someone that did pull that card. Yeah. Tony.
Oh no!
But he went. At least
He did
was
go.
there at least.
went.
He
And
did
did
go.
better than I thought.
He did. He did a
Yeah.
good job, but then all of a sudden he was like, I don't feel so good. I'm out
So
of here.
are we going to see
Right.
this at some point
Yes,
in time?
we will see it. There'll be a
Is it
real
gonna be-
Milwaukee story.
That's another reason I didn't go. I heard there was going to be
The
a
real
camera
Milwaukee
view.
crew getting all sweaty
Yeah,
together.
getting all sweaty. Amanda doing a very good job.
Well, that'll
Sarah
get us some
and I
hits if
doing.
we slug it that way.
You know? Yeah.
The real Milwaukee crew getting sweaty together.
Oh, okay. That's how we'll do it.
Yeah, that's
We'll
how I'm
tag
going
it
to
that
intro
way.
it.
That's how we'll tag it.
That's how we'll go
Very good.
viral.
Yes, let's go viral because there's so many
Yes.
things that are going on. The bubbler today, we just wanted to show you some of these. Have you seen the video from China yet? The girl that
Yes,
was
I've
walking
seen this.
along?
Check this out.
She's on the cell
is
phone,
crazy.
and then all of a sudden there is a sinkhole.
Oh.
And she goes
Ouch.
right on through. Ugh. A taxi driver there came and was able to take her out, so she's like, okay. But yeah.
Yeah, they got a ladder.
We used to say if you dig a hole deep enough, you'll end up in China. But if she's in China, did she come here?
Did she come here?
Did she fall here?
Yeah, she popped up in the
That
public
is so
market.
Scary.
Yeah, public market, right. In
That is
Appleton.
so scary.
It's very scary.
Right.
You
Well,
know, some people were saying, "Oh, watch as she's like talking on the phone." The talking on the phone thing had nothing,
Nothing to do
with
with it.
it.
Ground
Right.
gave way under
You
her
could just be
feet.
walking normally, and that
And
would happen.
she's a little girl. I mean, I really would have come to the
Right.
United
Well, I mean, the
States.
same thing happened in Milwaukee with that.
That car.
With that
On the east
car.
side, North
On the east
Avenue.
side, all of a sudden it just dropped.
But there have been the heavy rains or something after that. I mean, I don't know what had happened.
There was there before.
That's what they
happened
That's
Yeah.
how
I mean, could you
sinkholes
imagine
form,
if
yeah.
you were just at a
No.
stoplight and then all of a sudden, boom,
No.
And the car is still running when you're getting
Yes.
out of it. You know,
Uh-huh.
it's like,
I
Man,
can't. No,
it
I
happens. You
Can't. I
gotta
don't
watch.
want to.
I know.
I don't want to.
I
But the
know.
cell phone for that one time had nothing to do with it.
Nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have to
No.
give her a break on that one. Now, you know, of course, we have Milwaukee's famous weather deck, right?
Right, the
One
only
of
weather
the
deck.
first in the world. Now, if I was on this weather deck, there would be no more weather reports. Bears on the weather deck. I've dealt with a lot of things.
Yes.
Yeah. The weather
One
report
poor weather
itself
guy.
turned into news. A whole family of black bears. This is in Scranton, Pennsylvania. This is their weather garden. And I guess the weather guy was like just about to head out there. He heard a little noise, turned around, and there's a family of black bears hanging out there. 3 cubs, apparently, along with mama. And they just kind of hung out. They just thought it was home because it kind of looks like a forest out there.
And you
does.
just read the guy came out there to do this report and then heard some rustling in the back and
Yeah.
then ran back inside.
No doubt.
So you just passed the weather here at that time.
Yeah, that's right. I
Yeah.
mean, well,
I love the green
ugh.
screen.
Yeah, that's a great idea. We should do that on our weather deck.
Yeah, but it's just funny because it's like you don't really need to put anything special in that
that
because
weather
you got
deck
bears.
looks really nice.
Theirs is really slick.
Except
yeah.
really
nice.
Not that ours isn't, if our general manager is watching.
Right.
But I mean, I've been frightened by a couple of things. We've had skunks out there, which, you know.
Yeah, I was just going to ask
That's
you
not
what
a
else
good
has been there.
thing.
Raccoons.
Huge, I mean, a huge raccoon.
And
Right.
you don't mess
This-
with a raccoon.
No, and I
They've got,
yeah,
they've got
not good.
attitudes.
Right.
But not the scariest, but the most surprising thing I saw actually turned out to be a possum. But
I think those
I
things are
thought it was a
gross.
rat at first. 'cause
Yes.
All I
Yeah.
saw was its butt as
They
it went
look-
under,
ugh.
like around and underneath the deck. And I literally said, rat, and went back in.
On TV?
Yeah, we were just about to come on. And I was rat! And it turned out it was a possum, but I was like, that is the biggest rat
They
I've ever
look
seen.
like rats because their tails are like long
They
and
are
pink and
disgusting.
gross.
Oh.
And,
Yeah.
You know, it's like 4:30 in the morning.
Possum hate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very
like
scary.
No
Well,
bears, though.
No bears.
No bears.
As of right now.
Did you guys catch Obama on Jimmy Fallon last night?
I didn't see it. I mean, I've seen it and I haven't heard it because I know that we've had it on our wake-up show.
Okay, well, they slow jammed the news, and we do have a clip of it, and it's pretty awesome, so take a listen.
Their position is that students just have to make this rate increase work. Frankly, I don't buy it.
The Barachnus monster ain't buying it.
I just think,
Barachnus monster.
well, this is the best time of year because during this election, I mean, they're going to bring him out.
Yes.
All of them are going to be doing this funny stuff. So it's just weird to see, you know.
I love it.
I do, and I love Jimmy Fallon, but whatever your political views are, you have to give President Obama credit for going out there and doing it with such charisma, and it's so natural to him. I mean, that stuff is
that's the
funny.
thing. I
And
was saying, if
straight-faced.
you were his handler, if you're the president's handler, he's so cool.
Yes.
Whatever you believe about,
Right,
whatever his
right.
politics, he's so cool that it's just easy to sell. I mean,
It
he's
is, and he
easy to
makes
sell.
himself so incredibly relatable where you want to be his friend because you're like, you're a president that gets it, that's willing to put themselves out there, kind of make a fool out of yourself, but do it with such a presence and a
Such
persona.
swagger.
Right.
I think it's good to show a personal side.
It
because
is.
A lot, even from this position where we sit, and we might be a little more enmeshed than the average person, it seems so mechanical and so in politics, I'm talking, so mechanical and so impersonal, and so it is good, whoever shows up in that way. I
Mitt
think
Romney's been
it's a
on
good
Letterman.
line.
I know he's made fun of his name before, you know, like the top 10 list on Mitt, how they came up with the Mitt name, and I know he's done that before, and it's kind of cute, but
He's actually pretty funny. He's got like a drier wit. I've seen him in a few interviews where he cracks a few jokes, and it kind of takes you half a beat to go, oh, he's joking. And then, he's funny too.
But I think it's good because, again, like I said, it relates to us. We are the just folk. We are the majority.
Right.
You know, not the suits that you deal with, you know, doing deals or whatever, but just people. And I like to see that they have a pulse.
Right, and he could have very easily just gone on the show and talked about how he wants to freeze interest rates for student loans, but instead they just decided to do a spiff on it, and it's memorable and it's fun.
But you know, a couple of decades ago, that would have just been considered no way, no how. You know, it was really Clinton with his saxophone on Arsenio Hall that changed that.
Did he have on dark glasses, too?
He did. I was a huge
I thought
Arsenio
that
Hall.
was
didn't he have a row of interns? No.
Not on the show with the
Not on the show.
Under the desk.
Oh, no.
Say that. All right, we're going to take a break. I think it's time. Make sure we can get back. On the other side, we're going to tell you about a local barber shop that's busted for selling counterfeit stuff. Coming up, would you buy something if you knew it wasn't the real thing? Hey, tell us on Facebook.
And isn't he sexy? Don't you want to vote for him? The KLH contest is going on still for the 10 top hottest guys on local TV. We have until 10 o'clock. Get your votes in.
Who is that?
That's not helping.
That's Tony.
That's not helping.
A new day, but the same mission.